Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Bullish Bears community. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another live stream. I'm your host, Kevin. Today we're going to be looking at the ES, the NASDAQ, and crude oil. See if we catch any trades live. We have on our left Bookmap of the NASDAQ. ES and crude oil are also readily available. If anybody wants to see one, let me know. I'll be going in and out of them as well, looking for some setups. Market opens in about 5 minutes. Nice little sell-off right here before market open. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let's see if we get some nice trades in today. End the week off with a bang. Nice rip right there lower. I'm gonna get rid of this on that I put there on crude. Nice selling pressure. Look at that selling pressure. ES, NQ right now. Nice push lower. You can see the strong selling volume coming in. Whenever we look at Bookmap, we like to see what we like to see in Bookmap really is if we're pushing lower, we want to make sure the volume bubbles match with the move lower, right? If we're getting a move lower and we don't have those nice pushes, nice volume bubbles, there's a good chance we're going to get some type of pullback like this. We could even zoom more out, see the past 15 minutes, see that sellers have been a bit more aggressive. This is a very strong level, this 18,673, that is right here on the NASDAQ. All right, so we got the 3 charts up. We got 3 charts on the right. Again, we have the ES, the NASDAQ, and the crude oil. Up top, we have the market pulse of the NASDAQ, ES, and crude oil. These will tick and make noises whenever they're pushing an extreme, like we have right there on crude oil. Like I was just mentioning, strong move lower, had that nice volume with it. And if we look at our heat map, our highest levels are the 80 level and the 78.90 area. 78.90, is this where we're at? Oh, you know what? So, guys, what we'll notice today, I do want to point this out early. We're going to see crude oil. The prices on crude oil don't exactly match up with the prices on the Bookmap crude oil. So the reason for that is because crude oil had a contract change. So if you come into your settings, adjust for contract change, it'll set it back, and the price should now be 78. No, even that's wrong. That's strange. We'll see. Sometimes it just does have to readjust. Go back to symbol. Adjust for contract change. Doesn't change much of the previous price action. I'm going to be looking for down here to demand zone on crude oil for a potential short entry. YouTube, could you guys hear me all right? Just want to make sure. It looks like it should be going okay. Good morning, everybody. Just drop something in the comments. Say hello. Good morning. What are you guys looking at today? Right now, we have crude oil up on Bookmap, NASDAQ, and ES as well. It is still pre-market, so don't trust any of these moves at the moment. Before market opens, I'm going to grab a quick water, guys. Make sure you grab water. Stay hydrated. The markets could get very consuming. All right, we are back in action. Again, we have the NASDAQ on our front over here. Market opens in about a minute. I'm gonna keep an eye on this. I want to see if I can move this there. All right, that works. Because the thing is, we want to see our charts on the right side. Nice push. Alright, we got the SPY coming down to demand. We got crude coming up. Just sort of waiting right now, right? We're going to wait for a reaction off of these zones. We do not predict the market. We just react with the market. We respond to the reaction. I wish we could make these smaller. What is that? A lot of NASDAQ coming in. NASDAQ buy, sell, whole lot back and forth right now. S&P with a stronger push higher than the NASDAQ, right? So look at this. The market pulse is stronger. On NASDAQ is red. ES is pushing green. If NASDAQ wants to flip, ES is going to have a nice stronger push higher, right? That's the divergence we're looking for. So it's something to keep an eye on. So if anything, we'd potentially look for some longs on the ES up here, maybe targeting this 53.27, quick 3-point move. Crude oil looks okay to continue. See how crude oil has a 78.85. I hate that crude oil does not match up with the price, 78.83. Yeah, man, because that just, it's buggy because then we can't see exactly if that's lining up with our zones. But I mean, 26, about 30 cents away. That's about right. 20, 30 cents away, right? So that's about right. So that's lining up down there. Even though the prices don't line up, we're still getting the same liquidity. We're still getting the same Bookmap. We're still getting those same signals, right? In the volume. So I'd be careful on the NASDAQ. I wouldn't be looking for NASDAQ longs. We like ES has a bit of strength, but we have to be careful still. In crude oil, I'd really look for it to push lower into demand. But I'd like to see us take out pre-market lows on crude oil and see how we react in demand to try to maybe take a really low long entry. That way we get a fill somewhere towards the bottom with a tight stop loss, tight stop loss, I should say, and look for like a nice 8-1, 10-1, something good, right? And the week off nice. But we got to see how the market reacts down there, right? We could come down here. For us to come down here, that still means we have to come down here, right? That doesn't mean we're going to have buyers here. We could push down and sellers could be too strong. We could blow right through it, right? That doesn't mean we take it right away. We be patient. We wait for the market to set up, and we see the type of trade we can take and see how the market reacts at this point. So that's trade setup number one that I'm looking for is crude oil, those long positions in demand. Something that a lot of people will ask is like, oh, well, do we try to scalp it if it's going towards demand or scalp it if it's going to supply? But we don't want to scalp it thinking it's going to go to one or the other because right now it's in the middle of nowhere, right? Right now we don't know if it's going higher, if it's going lower. So we're going to stay patient and wait for it to get to one of those because if we're getting in, anticipating this crude oil to move to demand, we're still getting in the middle of nowhere. We're flipping a coin. That's gambling. We are not trading our edge. Now, if I wait and it does move lower, then I could say, oh, well, I just missed that trade. Not really, because you're waiting for your setup. You're being patient. You're seeing what the market wants to provide for you. Can't just take everything. The market will always look like, oh, this is a good setup. Oh, this is a good setup. Here we go, some weakness on the NASDAQ. Any levels below? Look at this heavy level, 18,615 on the NASDAQ. Oh, get out of here. 18,615 on the NASDAQ. It's like pre-market lows area right over here in demand, right? So I'm going to look to see if we want to hold up in demand on the NASDAQ. That's also, if you see these red levels, this was a really heavy level of supply that we flipped. So I'm going to look for us to flip supply. We created a demand over it. I'm going to look for these levels to hold. I'm going to see the reaction off these levels. Originally, I was looking for some short entries, but it doesn't look like we're getting those at the moment. So we're going to knock those out of there, and we're going to see how we react when we come lower, which we are. Demand, we have ES coming to demand. We have the NASDAQ coming to demand. Be super patient. Some selling pressure coming in. We hear it. We see it. Could definitely look to scalp or look for a move lower here. But we're going to stay patient. Look at all this heavy liquidity, all these heavy levels right here in the market. Strong selling volume. We see that with the Bookmap. So I definitely would not look for any longs here. We're going to stay patient. Weighted index started pushing lower on this candle too. See how crude oil sort of chopping around. We just wait. If it's not in our area, we wait. If you guys want to see any charts, definitely let me know. If you want to see anything else on Bookmap, let me know. Gold, crude, ES. If you guys want to see what the equity space is doing right now, it's always important to be aware of what the top 10 are doing, right? The FANG that they used to be. Apple in an old demand zone. This was broken. So again, at weakness, and it's rejecting previous day's VWAP, which is around this 190 level, right? Look at all this weakness in the equities at the moment. So again, I'm not thinking we're going to go higher here. I'm thinking if bears take control, we might see a push lower. Some sweeps coming in on the NASDAQ right there, so we might see a pullback. We're coming back into this 1 minute fair value gap right there on the NASDAQ and rejecting it. I'm not taking that one. That's not exactly the most ideal 1 minute FVG for me. Something I've been noticing and liking a lot setup wise is a rejection out of supply with a lot of strength, and then to catch that 1 minute fair value gap, the highest 1 minute fair value gap we could find. So like this rejection right here, I would line up. Where is it? Down here. This mic in my face. I'd line up like this fair value gap right there. Mark that off. And now this might be a potential entry for a short position. Maybe, right? But I'm looking for the longs down here in demand. I want to see how we react down here. Look at that crude oil with some strength to the downside, right? Let's check out our Bookmap, our heat map, see what's going on. 79 level, about 25 cents away on Bookmap. That's right where our demand is lining up. Crude oil selling pressure right there. But you see how we're failing to push lower? I would want to see a break with a strong sell bubble, right? Because those sell bubbles, again, is the volume for us, the volume analysis. Yo, guys, make sure you check out YouTube, Discord, everybody. Check out our Instagram. I posted a meme yesterday. I made a meme on, yeah, we're chopping right now. We're not doing much. You guys are getting the audio. And the trade's right there, and then just reverses on you. Right, take away. It was a gold trade from the other day. So again, guys, this is why I emphasize not getting in chasing, anticipating we're going to come to a demand or come to a supply. Because if you're getting in here, you're getting in chop, you're chasing, just wait. Because now I have two setups I could look for. I have this 1 minute fair value gap for a short entry, and I have the long entry. If we sweep the buy side liquidity, the sell side liquidity inside demand and stay in demand, I'll look for a really tight stop loss on a long entry and look to have a nice risk to reward on that. So again, it's all about patience right now. So the two setups on crude oil, we're looking for a short in this 1 minute fair value gap. This is around 79.13, 79.23 is where our stop would be, 10-cent stop for about a 40 to 50 point target, or tick, I should say. So that is a nice 4-to-1, 5-to-1 risk to reward. Or I'm going to look to see how we play in demand. There we go, nice. Give us something. Play in demand and see if we want to push higher from there, which again would give us a nice almost 10-to-1 because the risk on that is only about a 6 tick. But if we get higher in demand and don't sweep those lows, we would have to see, right? So that's when I say we have to anticipate but be prepared. I can't say the market's definitely going to do this, but I could definitely say I'll be ready for if it does this, and I'll be patient. I'll look for my setup, I'll look for my edge, and I know what works, and I'm gonna wait for that. Even this 1 minute fair value gap could have said, oh well, you could have went short in the supply zone and the weakness up there. You had those zones, yada yada. Well, one, this was sort of pre-market-ish, right? Obviously, futures are open 23 hours a day. I'm more of a fan of trading when the market opens, the New York Stock Exchange, and we get that strong volume, even though it doesn't really affect crude oil like that. Just rather be a little patient. So yeah, we had the sell-off. That was the confirmation. Now we have the fair value gap. That's the entry. That's the pullback, right? So now I'm going to wait for that. I'm going to wait for A or wait for B. Let's do A, short 1 minute fair value gap. And B. And you know, this answers the question of, well, when do I enter? When do I exit? A lot of people ask, okay, so I could figure out how to find the zones. Finding the zones isn't the most difficult. But how do I enter? When do I enter? Sometimes when I enter in a zone right away, it works out. Sometimes I enter a zone, it just blows right through my stop. It all depends on your strategy. It all depends on the market context, right? Are we making higher highs? Have we been breaking supplies? Well, then don't short supply. We've been breaking demands. Well, then don't go long in demand. Have we been breaking and retesting, right? So then look for that setup. We have to look for the clues and the setups that the market is providing, so we could look to repeat these things, because that's what we want when we're trading. We want to be able to repeat something over and over and over, and that's how we could be consistent in the market. Long in demand, look for sell side liquidity. So what's going on with you guys today? You guys have a good trading week? Everybody in the Discord, drop something in the main chat. Let me know. What are you guys trading this week? Are you guys green for the week? What are you guys looking at right now? Let me know, let me know. YouTube too, you guys let me know in the comments as well. But Discord, definitely let me know in the main chat. And let me know if you want to watch anything else. Why is that on the 1 minute? Interesting. Who we got in here today? We got Bear Hug. What's going on? Bear Hug, Adrian, Creed. What's up, Creed? Chilling in here this morning with us?
What's up, what's up, what's up?
Getting some supply and demand webinar in?
For once, my morning's a bit slow, so
there we go.
Figured I'd pop in and see what the guys and gals are up to.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I'm watching MU and Marvel Tech. Nice. Habibi, why are you watching those two? What put those on your radar? Nicole, Josh, what's going on, guys? What's up? What's up, Desi? Chad? Weighted index is at demand. That is interesting, I believe. That's weird. I got a notification. Oh, it was near demand before it bounced. So, guys, the weighted index is, and I made a video on it, replacing crude oil for a moment down here. Weighted index is the top 5. We have Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, Google. Obviously, Tesla's not really in the top 5 anymore. This was made a little while ago. But it's all weighted by specific amounts, and the weight is brought from a previous year on the ES, right? So it was exactly how many Apple shares were in the ES, percent-wise, how many Microsoft shares were in the of that year, right? So that's sort of where I based off that that weighted index from. Obviously, by now, that was a few years ago, so by now, it doesn't equal the same exact, but when you change it a little bit, it changes the entire chart. If I change this to 5.96, it'll change the whole chart. Drawings gone, everything's not different. The chart itself will look the same, but the drawings will be gone. So not really ideal for me to change the whole chart for the chart to look the same, but my drawings to be gone, if that makes sense. get another push lower. Let's get crude oil back down there. So, right, but that too, that weighted index could also be another form of confirmation to go along. If we're in demand, if we're in demand on that weighted index, in demand on the NASDAQ, in demand on the ES, I want to wait for the I'm not just going to jump in. Just because we're at demand on all these things doesn't mean we're going to push up. We could break it and then use it as supply. So I'm not going to jump in right away, but I'm going to be prepared. While everybody's looking for shorts, I'm going to be prepared to see if buyers want to step in, right? So I'm looking for us to hold, and that's also pre-market low down there. So I want us to hold that pre-market low and maybe give us divergence somewhere. Maybe have ES take out its pre-market low in demand while crude oil while NASDAQ holds up its demand. So we're getting two setups coming up shortly. We're getting our crude oil trying its best to come to demand, and NASDAQ as well with ES. So we just gotta wait and see. That selling pressure on crude right there. Let's see how that plays out. 79. Still such a pain about the price, but that's whatever. Just gotta do a little extra math today. I'm sure it'll fix itself by Monday. If you guys got any questions, again, definitely let me know. Drop a comment. Let me know what you're watching, what you're trading. Good morning, Melcat. What's going on? Free Bookmap on CL, on TOS won't load. That's dope that it's got free Bookmap, though, this month. I know they change it every month, so that's cool. You know what? That's right. I finally got my TOS working again. Guys, give me like 2 minutes. I'm gonna be right back. Like half a second. Two minutes. Oh, crude oil's gonna go hit that demand now. Oh, wait. We gotta see crude oil. So remember, I sort of wanted to see how we're gonna react to the 78.51 pre-market lows or this demand zone in total, right? So I'm just gonna be patient on that. Can't BRB now. The setup's coming up. You guys remember? Hey, what's up?
Hey, Kevin, when you swapping over to the end contract? I'm already over.
Honestly, I usually just swap with whatever Tradeovate has me, or whenever it usually, what is it? It's Friday. It usually come up Monday. It forces you to swap it.
Oh, okay. So you actually wait for end of day before you swap over. Okay.
Yeah.
Curious.
You do what on Trading View, or what do you trade on? Yeah, Trading View.
On all of my stuff.
How
I
do you
always
get it?
swap.
How do you get it to swap sooner?
So with Trading View, typically you're able to select your monthly contract on there. So, normally
yeah.
they'll as like CL is just the regular, but you can actually put CLN4
Right.
there and it'll pick it up. So
Was it N4, M4?
N November.
Oh.
Because you always trade the forward month.
Right. What is it? CL dot N4?
Just be CLN4.
Not coming up. CL futures. I don't know. I'll figure that out though. I appreciate that because I do want to figure that out. All right, we got Nasdaq again trying to make its way to demand. Look at the buying pressure starting to come in on ES right now.
All right, I figured it out for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So I had to pull mine up. If you go over to symbol search, just type in CL. You'll see a drop down menu right there, and then you'll see it have CL1 bang, CL2 bang,
Mm,
CLN
that's right.
4.
That's right. All right, cool, man. Cool,
Yep.
cool, cool. Where'd you go? I lost you. Awesome, bro. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. I'm gonna get into that and change all that probably later because it requires me to literally chart everything out one more time. So for the stream, I'm not gonna do all that because we are coming up to a setup shortly.
We got Waller coming up in a few here too.
Nice, good stuff. And what at 10?
10:15. Yeah, 10:15 is Waller.
Okay. Yep. Was that? I'm looking at the Nasdaq here, guys. Very sellers are struggling to bring it lower, but they have been slowly bringing it lower. Crude oil again chopping around between demand and that fair value gap for an entry. I will be back in a minute and a half, not even, maybe 10 seconds. Alright, I'm back. I know, I'm super fast. Creed, what time frame do you trade on?
Well, that depends. How much coffee have I had?
Enough.
Yeah.
Enough, but not 15-second chart enough.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm having one of those days to where I'm like, yeah, you know what, I'm feeling spunky, then I'll jump down to sub 1 minute. But typically intraday trading, I'm like 5 minute, 15 and 1 hour. Swing trading on there, I'm usually using fours 1 day and 1 week charts. And
Gotcha,
then
gotcha.
that's a majority of it. If I'm doing equities on there and running usual spreads, condors, butterflies, the usual, then I actually like using a month, which is 1 month per candle. And because most of those positions I'll run on that are usually running 3 and 6 months, unless I'm doing, unless something's coming up for earnings or something like that. But if something's just had earnings, then I'll go to, like I said, a 1 month chart and plan that out and then run a spread on that. So say
Okay.
it just depends on what I'm working with.
Got you, got you. Cool. Very cool. All right, here's another one. What do you use any of the indicators that Bookmap has, or do you just use it for the heat map and the CVD?
Absolutely not.
What is it?
Absolutely not. I
No?
do not use the yeah, I do not use so I when they
That's so
first
much
came out
fun.
with the icebreaker and with all of those on there, um, they're cool for what they are, but they add complications.
A
And
hundred
remember, with
percent.
any type of even though that they're an API structure in there, any system that you add more things for it to computate, and then oh look, oil's breaking above the EMA. Josh, you're right. You need to go to the shop more often. But
That's really
I'm
funny.
watching oil here. So it's a twofold. Remember that Bookmap, it's not a browser based platform. It's something that you're embedding into your system. So as you add these other things for it to computate, then if your system cannot keep up with displaying and working through all of that, then you're actually going to introduce lag
Oh
in your.
yeah, yeah.
That's a big it depends. For me, I've been doing this long enough that I do not need or have value in that safety net on there because I can already see it. But if
Right.
somebody is new to the world, new to working with it, then yeah, I mean, I could see because they have the VWAP thing you can put up there. You got the icebreaker and the this and the that
Yeah,
and
they
the
got a
other.
lot. They
Yeah,
definitely have a lot.
it,
Guys, we're
it
coming
adds
to this
more
demand.
noise. It adds a lot of noise to it.
It does. But you know what? That's everything. That's every indicator. That's anything outside of the candlesticks themselves is noise.
Yeah, well, and it comes down to you as an individual of how you choose to receive, perceive, and act upon the information being presented to you. And some people need more comfort. Like if you're more of an adrenaline junkie, you're probably not going to need as much comfort to get into a trade as somebody that's a worry wart. I
Right,
mean,
right.
it's the nature of the brain, is what it is. That's all indicators are, what comforts your brain.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. It's funny. I was gonna make a video on indicators. I'm making obvious. I don't know if you've been keeping up with the Instagram, but I'm just like trying to put just see what works, what people like, all this stuff. So I'm gonna probably make one on indicators. I did a few on Bookmap. Those responded well. I'll keep those going. Guys, we're coming up into crude oil fair value gap up here. I'll probably wait to see how we close. I'm not just gonna jump right in. Also, still trying to push lower into this demand on NASDAQ. Now, guys, take a look at the charts on NASDAQ and ES. Look at that divergence. ES has been trying to push higher these past three candles. The NASDAQ has still been trying to push lower. So, again, that's sort of giving me that divergence that we might swing around here. But let's see, because that also tells me that the NASDAQ is much weaker than the ES.
Yeah, I'm long oil.
Nice, yeah? All right, we're into this fair value gap on crude. Let's see how we move right now. If we blow right through it, no trade. Crude oil, though, with some buying pressure. We closed right there on it. That would be my entry. I'm going to be patient on that, though. Because we do have this buying pressure. Buying pressure, where we at? Right? That 80 even could be a strong level. Ooh, I like that we're failing, though. I'm going to wait, but let's get CL back on the 5-minute. That might not be bad. I might start a short. Nah, I'm gonna wait. Let's see. Crude's failing to push through this. That makes me want to take a short here. Ooh, but there goes NASDAQ into demand. What is the setup we want to take? Alright, crude's got too much strength. Let's see how NASDAQ plays right here, ladies and gents.
NASI's going to its London low, so
Yep.
keep an eye on that.
Yep, let's see. Let's see. Good stuff. Let's see if we even want to break that low on NASDAQ. I might want to start a position down here. Keep it tight. Stop. You see how we're rejecting that demand right now in the NASDAQ? But I want to be patient. I don't want to jump in now and have it just sell off one more time on me. But we do have divergence. So I am going to look to potentially start a position here. Where are we at on NASDAQ? So let's get NASDAQ back up here. A lot of sweeps coming in. Yeah, I'm probably going to start a position on NASDAQ. Stop loss is going to be that pre-market low, though. We might not even come back to it. Gonna try to enter around 18,625. Is that what that is? Yeah. Look at that. That was strong. That was clean. That was clean. We saw that earlier, guys. Oh, we're gonna wait now. We gotta wait now, but that would have been a nice bottom tick entry. And crude oil rejecting that fair value gap too. Ooh. Hold up. Crude oil's been too nice to me lately. I think I'm gonna have to give crude a shot. You know what? I waited long enough. I'm gonna wait for this 5 to close. Does anybody have the link to the stream right now? I probably do. I do, duh, no crap that I do. Alright, where are we at? Crude rejecting that fair value gap. 1 minute fair value gap after rejecting that supply zone. Nice rejection on crude. Nice rejection on NASDAQ. Did not take either of those. What am I doing right now? I'm going to look for an entry on crude right at the top of that candle. So I do want buyers to step back in there. Going to look for a NASDAQ entry to long position. See if we get something in over there. Good stuff though. Great rejection off those zones so far. We were looking at the NASDAQ and we were looking at crude. NASDAQ for longs off this demand. We got a great rejection. Looking for a new entry for long. Maybe like something down here. Keep a tight stop. This 18.26, let's see, like 30. Like right there. That's where I'd like to enter, but we might not come back to it. Crude's trying to give us a bit of a pushback. I'm going to take a light crude oil short in just a minute. I'd like crude to come back up for us. Crude's got that selling pressure right now though. Beautiful. That would have been a beautiful entry off that fair value gap in there. That's alright. Crude gave me a nice trade yesterday. I ain't stressing. Morning, YouTube. What is going on, guys? What's up? What's up? Drop something in the comments. Tell me what you're watching. We just watched crude reject this fair value gap on the 1 minute. Would have been a great entry. We got NASDAQ did bounce off that demand zone. I'm too busy chatting. What is up, Gates? What's up, man? Cool to join. Always cool to have you. Yeah, crude oil with that beautiful rejection right there, guys. Damn, that would have been clean, man. I'm still waiting for a pullback on crude to enter. There's NASDAQ blowing away, too. That's wild, man. Gotta listen to your setups and just take them. Put those market orders in, set and forget. Good stuff. Alright, there we go. Crude, give me a little pullback. Give me something. Pull up Bookmap. 79.60 crude oil. It's 20 cents away. I don't think we're going to get that type of pullback. Let's see if we do. Nope. Watching the NASDAQ too. Also looking for an entry on the NASDAQ.
Good morning, everyone.
Yo, good morning, Ricardo. What's going on, man?
What's up, buddy?
No, NASDAQ, I wanted that 1 minute. Put ES back on the 5 for a sec. Good stuff, dude. Great stuff. Great replay. This is going to be a good replay. Because that was clean. We were patient, waited for that fair value gap. Again, didn't pull the trigger on it. Busy yapping. Busy teaching. That's beautiful, though. 24 cents already in the money in that. Looking for us to pull back on crude. I want to see us maybe coming to this 48. That's 15 cents higher. Ooh, these sellers, though. That's something. NASDAQ 2 found those buyers. We're just waiting on some entries, man. Obviously missed the primary entry. Missed the first entry, so we're going to be patient. Because now I am expecting crude to continue. So we could look for either a new fair value gap to form. We could look for some type of pullback pattern. And same with the NASDAQ. You know, we want to look at these higher time frames. Look at the 15 on the NASDAQ. That's a perfect 15-minute rejection on the NASDAQ to go higher. So if anything, again, I'm going to wait for this 15-minute candle to close. We got 10 minutes on that. And if it closes a nice big green candle, that will tell me there's a good chance we're going to trend and continue. So I'm going to look for a long position and see if we can catch a trend for the day. If we don't close up here and we close down here, I'm going to either reconsider or again look at some other higher time frames and see what is like going on, what's looking. So again, we have the NASDAQ, we have crude, we have patience. Dude, crude oil, man. Crude oil, man. Definitely can't chase down here. 30 cents later. Creed, I hope you're out of those longs if you did get those longs up there, or at least the
Oh yeah,
managing.
I had 20 contracts on, and I think I grabbed it was like 8 or 10 cent off of that. So
Nice. Oh man, dude, this dump, that's crazy. That's a setup, man, that I'm putting at like the top of my leaderboard lately. Is a
well, that's one of those.
rejection.
Yeah, and that's the thing is you play within that trend, you work within that trend, and then always have a
Beautiful.
trailing stop on there. So when you get a reversal, you're locked in on profit.
Yep, for sure, for sure. Look at, all right, NASDAQ giving us a little pullback. Let's see how we hold right here. Bit of an imbalance. Crude oil also pulling back. Selling pressure in ES and the NASDAQ right now. So I'm going to stay patient. I might. Yeah, you see how we're sort of holding that zone? I'm going to wait. Wait one sec. I guess we'll start. I'll start a long position on the NASDAQ. Yeah. It's tough because we missed that original entry. I'm going to start with the NASDAQ, right? A very light long position because trend was still quote unquote our friend. I'm still looking to see if that 15 wants to close higher. I could keep a tight stop loss on this. And we're just going to sort of stay patient. Stop is at that low a day, that previous candle low. And again, we're also coming into demand again. We could hold this demand.
I'm out of my NASDAQ scalp.
Man, I'd much rather be in that that CL short right now. That is crazy, dude.
Let it get below the base here. You
That's
got that
right. We're chilling.
78.75 base. Clear that base.
We're chilling.
Got us
We're
fun.
chilling. We're waiting. Where are we at on Bookmap? Hitting some oversold levels on the market pulse. See if that will help signal some type of reversal, some type of bulls to hold. Look at that. I like that candle structure right there on the 1 minute on the NASDAQ. Again, we were looking bullish because of the 15. We were looking bullish because of the 5. We were looking bullish because of that demand zone. So we're going to keep some tight stops on these. We're going to be a little patient. Wait, see how it plays out. Sellers are keep trying to step in here. Again, stop loss is that low a day on the NASDAQ. Very tight. Started a very short, very small position. We're hitting demand again. Coming very close to it. Probably going to hit it. Definitely considering adding in this demand. But we're not going to add to losers. We stay patient on that, right? We be patient. We wait for it to go in our direction with some confirmation, and then we look to add. But we started the position light, which gives us room to add, right? So there's different ways to enter and exit the market. So again, we're coming into this demand zone. We're wicking it. A lot of people looking to sell right here, not aware of the demand zone that we're in. Crude oil is the one that got away today, unfortunately. NASDAQ again hitting this demand. A lot of selling pressure. Buyers are not giving it up easy, but let's look at those sellers right there. 612. A lot of sellers. Look at this wall right here. 620 wall right there. That's where my stop is, at 620 wall. And that's the low of day right there. We're sort of trying to hold demand on the 1 minute time frame. We got 9 seconds for this 5 minute to close. Another 5 minutes for the 15 to close. We're just really being patient right now, right? That 15 looked good before for buyers to hold. So I'm staying patient, seeing if buyers want to hold and push one more time. This is now part of the range. Crude oil continuing its push lower. Back green on the NASDAQ. And if we do get this push higher here, we'll be able to move our stop losses up. Look at the 5 minute, look at how the 15 closes, and what we really want though is this 5 minute to go crazy, which I don't think we're going to get, especially because that would require us to come all the way close somewhere like up here, man. Don't think we're gonna get that. We could, I don't think we are. Right back to demand, staying patient. A lot of active sellers. ES is weak too. Probably gonna look to stop out of this. There's that 5 minute close or the 15 close. No, I mean, we still got time on the 15 to flip.
I was looking for a setup. Gold's in a flag right now on the 5 minute. Keep an eye on that.
These sellers are pretty strong. We're staying patient right here, guys. If it stops us out, it stops us out. That's why we get in so light. That's why we let our winners run. Look at that selling pressure. Try and come in one more time. But that's a pretty heavy level right here. Right near my stop, a few points away. A lot of sell orders on the NASDAQ. It's a pretty strong sell candle right there on the 15, but we got 3 minutes till it closes. And as crazy as it is, 3 minutes is plenty of time for the market to want to do something crazy. Trap a lot of people, reverse, pop, drop, stopwatch. But no, it's not looking good for buyers at the moment, but we are still holding this demand zone. Crude oil trying to bounce back. Really want to see buyers on the NASDAQ here. Just not seeing strong buying coming in. Prove me wrong. Let's see it. Let's see some strong buying. I also want to see where was the weighted index did not come off of demand. However, the weighted index has been pushing green all day. Not all day, but for the past 4 or 5 minute candles. So again, 2 minutes left. I want us to push like 20 points on this, which sounds crazy, but it's really not, quite honestly, if we look at the ranges and the movements we have. Okay, here we go. Got everything sort of starting to line up green. We got the NASDAQ with some buying pressure, ES with some buying pressure. Just needs to see us hold, needs to see us push higher. I want to see this 1 minute really soar. We got to see the next 2 1 minute candles push higher because we want the 15 minute to close with strength, which the 15 minute closes in 2 minutes. Nice pop on the crude oil. Nice buying strength on crude right there. Want to see the same thing on the NASDAQ. 7 seconds though, it's not looking good. We got one more 1 minute candle. Wanted a strong pop. We'll wait, but I'm going to move my stop loss up a little bit. I'm going to be a little patient on this. I'm going to move the stop to like right here.
Hey, don't we have some Fed people coming on
Short
shortly?
Waller at 10:15, but We'll see.
which is like a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, my order flow just hit the big order on NQ at 637.50 short. It's been holding
637.50
up
short.
below
Okay.
that. Yeah, 637.50 short. Let's see.
That's cool.
Because if we do decide to go down here, then I have a target at 604 and 578.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna.
604 being the 1 hour
Look at the
20
buying pressure
EMA.
trying to come in. Come on, Waller. Say things are good.
Never know.
Again, stop loss has moved up just a little inside demand right now. We could go hit it and then reverse, honestly. I'm gonna wait.
Order submitted.
Oops.
Now
Oops.
you-
Another big order short on ES. Let's see.
Nice push. Come on, NASDAQ. Some good buying pressure, crude oil, NASDAQ, ES. Look at crude with a nice little pushback right there. Want to see NASDAQ continue higher. How's the 5 minute looking? Right, bouncing off demand again on the 5 minute. I'd like to see us hold, but I'm just not a fan of the momentum of the bulls right now. I really want to see some heavier volume come in and really just give us a strong push. But we're failing over and over and over. I'll wait though. Let's wait. Crude oil rejecting an area of interest, but that was from a while ago. I believe that was a 1 hour fair value gap. Again, NASDAQ dancing around our entry point. Nothing new there. Had that 15-minute close, said how important that 15 was. Okay, well now this 15 is giving us another opportunity to look for the bulls, right? Because this 15 is also now more of a basing. We could then also say, okay, how's the 30 looking? Although the 30 hasn't closed yet. This previous 30 could also give us some momentum to the bull side because of the long lower wick. Always have to be aware of the wicks. Wicks tell a story. Gotta look at the candlesticks though on the hourly. Very strong, very weak. Just gonna stay patient here. $620 is now where there's a lot of buyers sitting. The 18,620. As long as we're holding this demand zone, I'm gonna stay in these. And some longs on the NASDAQ, guys. Very light position. Crude oil, if it gives us another opportunity to short this fair value gap, we are definitely taking that. No hezzy. No hesitation. I'm looking at the NASDAQ. I'm looking at Bookmap. Does it give us any other higher or lower levels that we could be targeting? Not at the moment. Sort of just range bound. What's the CVD is very red. CVD is extremely red. So we're gonna look for CVD. I want CVD to start to rise, guys. Cumulative volume delta. Alright, we are just waiting on something here. In some NASDAQ longs, being patient. We see these lower wicks. Buyers keep trying to step in. They keep failing to bring us higher, but sellers are also failing to bring us lower. Crude oil, we're looking for a crude oil short right here in this fair value gap. And that's sort of what we're waiting on. We're being patient, waiting for the market to give us some money. We have our entries in, we have our stops in. 30 seconds till this 5 minute closes. 1 minute just rejected a fair value gap, but I'm not trusting that one. 15 seconds. I want to see some buying pressure here in the NASDAQ, but we remain in this 5-minute range. See that? This floor over here, 618, 620. We're in a range right now on the NASDAQ. Crude oil also bouncing up. See how heavy this level is right there? That's where that fair value gap is. So we're just waiting right now. We're waiting. We're in some longs, but we're waiting. It's a choppy rejection off of demand on the NASDAQ. If I do say so myself. We might not even get the rejection. We might fail. Buyers are failing to bring us higher. We might just fail and like break right through. I'm looking at the weighted index. The weighted index has been trying to push higher. Getting a little getting a little movement on Bookmap at the moment. That's not bad. We'll take it. Could be a scalp right there, right? Could look to get out right there. But there we go, some buying pressure. Gonna wait, because what I'm really looking for too is if we could get like a 1 minute fair value gap to the buy side, just like we have the sell side, right? We reject supply, push lower, we enter on the 1 minute fair value gap. Okay, well, we could reject demand, push higher, and then look for a re-entry on the 1 minute fair value gap. So we're still just waiting for the same setup, just in the opposite direction. So definitely a good entry on that. Entry was at 634. Good longs right there. 16 points. Gates, you still there, man? You guys still there on YouTube? I see you guys are there. What is going on? We're just waiting right now. This could be the top of the range, though, for all we know, right? So we could look to scale out right there. But we're staying patient. Staying patient. Waited long enough for it to move. And again, this could just come right back and go stop me out, and that's alright. That is more than alright. Look at the 5 minute, right? The 5 minute sort of tells me we're sort of hitting some type of roof up here, but sheesh, if buyers want to prove me wrong, that's fine. I'm still in it. Could probably get out there for about 15 points, but I want to just see how we react. 30 seconds left. Some okay buying pressure. I want to see how we look on ES and the NASDAQ together. Okay, still about the same. Nice buying pressure. Good buying pressure. Staying with it, waiting. 10 seconds on this 1 minute. YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. Check out our recent videos, our recent stream. Boom! Let's go. Nice. Good push, good push. Don't go chasing. Be careful here. Because now we did create this fair value gap down here on the 1 minute. So there is the chance we pull back. And don't forget too, this is still the top of the range, or the 5 minute range. So we could still reverse and come all the way back. I'm just looking to play this to the upside because we're coming off of a demand zone. So I'm most likely not going to be getting out. I'm going to be patient and wait. Might even look for another entry. We're going to wait and see how market structure is. 15 minute. Looking good.
I'm curious in VWAP.
Dope. That's dope. CL with some crazy selling pressure. And Q, you said, is that VWAP? Anything on, let's see, so if I'm looking at the ES, I would want the ES to close above there on the 15 minute for us to remain bullish as well. All about that volume analysis, stock analysis, trend analysis, zone analysis, analysis. But it's about remaining
Trader
calm.
paralysis. That's all that it gives.
There we go. There we go. Do buyers want to step in here? I'm not really seeing an upside target though in Bookmap. Bookmap does normally give us some type of heavy zone that we could be targeting. I do not see that right now. Psh, but I ain't stressing. There we go. Alright, good buyers right there. 10 seconds left. Gonna stay in these. Gonna stay in these in case we want to range on the 1 minute here for a little bit. Push back into this 1 minute fair value gap. Close above it. Then I'll look to add to my contracts. And again, I'll be adding while already green. So that is what we want. And if it continues, then I just won't add. Fine by me. But it's also fine by me if we want to come back down a little bit. I guess that 18,700. 700, if you're looking for a close key level and we're not like at all-time highs or you're not quite sure, always look for key psychological levels. Those are going to be whole numbers 18,600, 18,700, 18,750, 18,650, 18,800. Anything even or of a 5, right? So these are all key psychological levels that we have to take into play because a lot of trading involves psychology. So if we're looking for key levels, and millions of other traders are too, and psychology plays a big role, then there's a good chance that they're also going to be looking for those key psychological levels as well. Nice trade so far on the NASDAQ. Just staying patient here. I like this candle structure right here. It tells me we might have some pullback. But again, if I'm wrong, I'm cool with it. We're still in these longs. All I'm looking for now is an area to add to my long position. And what I see here is a potential sell side liquidity, right? If we're looking at the 1 minute chart, now this is how you could find different types of liquidities on different types of candlesticks and time frames. If we're looking at the 1 minute chart, where are the stops? The stops are going to be at previous wicks, previous lows. There's going to be a stop orders here. There's going to be stop orders in the fair value gap. There's going to be stop orders below the fair value gap. There's going to be stop orders over here, everywhere. All of these are areas. Think of it, if people went long here and they had their stops at the previous pivot. Now people who are chasing up here on this breakout have their stop at a previous pivot. So now that we have our previous pivot with some sells and some liquidity, we have that right above our fair value gap. So I am going to be looking for another entry long in this fair value gap, thinking that we're going to grab this liquidity from this 18,643 and then reject this 18,642, right? That's close enough for us to wick real quick and reject to push higher. So that's where we would add to this trade. Nice push, nice push. We're still long the NASDAQ right here, guys. Nice, guys. Huge. Huge. Crude oil with some buying pressure too, but screw crude. No, I'm just kidding. Definitely considering exiting some of these, but I'm probably not going to do that because, no. But again, if we're looking for buy-side liquidity, we're going to look for other pivots, right? We're going to look for this as buy-side liquidity. Any type of pivots that we see that are a little obvious, right? These up here, this pivot and this pivot, are more obvious than this one right here and this one over here. They're swing highs, right? They're swing highs, swing lows. We look for these swings. That's where a lot of liquidity is. That's where the market likes to draw towards. We are coming back into that fair value gap on crude oil, which is definitely hurting my feelings. So we're going to wait for the 1 minute to close on crude, see if it wants to reject it and close below it again. Then we're going to be taking some crude oil shorts while we're also in these NASDAQ longs. Because what's better than one trade? Two. Alright, we're hitting that fair value gap on crude oil. I mean, technically it did just close below it, but it closed on it, so I'm not taking that short. That's a little too high risk, in my opinion. If we start to sell off, I'll see how this 1 minute wants to close and reconsider. But, if we want to get something like that, I'll look for that. But, nice. Go Bulls, man. These long positions, we're just grinding our way higher right now. Crude oil buying pressure, right? I said that was a bit too much risk right there. I don't like it. Look at that 15 on the NASDAQ. That's exactly what I was looking for. Oh, keep going, baby. Keep going. That's exactly what I was looking for, guys. Exactly. Huge. Huge. Oh my goodness. Merry Christmas. So now we got this 1 minute fair value gap down here, right, with the sell side liquidity. Now we also have a 5 minute fair value gap, right? And that's going to be the stop hunt. Anybody who's getting long in this fair value gap and have their stops at the bottom of it, guess what? The bottom of that fair value gap is exactly where the 1 minute fair value gap starts. And guess what else is in that? That pivot low, right? So if we get that pullback, I'm really going to be looking to add to my long position here. If we don't, I don't know where I'm going to add, to be honest, because this thing's just been pumping like crazy. And sometimes that happens, right? The market runs, but it's not running without us. We're in our position. We're in our trade. We just didn't get the opportunity to add to it. Look at these buyers, though, man. Love that. Love it. YouTube, hope you guys are catching some nice trades with us. Discord, guys, let me know. Drop in the main chat. Are you guys in some longs on NASDAQ right now? Don't chase up here. Do not buy right now, because I'm still anticipating pullback. I'm still anticipating a strong pullback because I want it to stop traders out. I want it to stop orders out. Why do I want that? Because that requires the market to grab liquidity. When the market grabs the liquidity, it gets the ability to continue higher. But again, if we don't get this pullback, I'm not just going to enter right here because I want to be in heavier in this trade because I'm already green and I want to be up more. No, I missed that opportunity. However, if I'm patient for a pullback and we don't get that pullback, that's okay because the market's going to develop and give us another opportunity. See how we're rejecting that buy side liquidity right there? That would have been a nice target one. Keep doing that. Yo, I like this setup right. Oh man, I missed crude again. No way. No way I missed crude again. That is bonkers, man. That's tough, dude. That's tough, man. Yo, Moonshift, I see you just messaged me. Lux Algo looks bullish, Waller boring though. Yeah. Dude, I can't believe I missed crude again. I almost want to chase it at this point because I do think it will want to go break these lows down here. Because look at that demand zone, that fresh demand zone. I was used once. But yo. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. We're still winning on the NASDAQ today. No stress. Damn, crude. Yo, crude paid me nice yesterday, so it's okay. We wait, we stay patient. Dude, holy cow. I said I look for something like this. It gave me that. It gave me, crude oil said, I got you, Kev. And I said, no, I'm going to pay attention to what's going on over here. That would have, boom, 4-1 right there. That's fine. NASDAQ's pushing higher. Still not complaining. Probably one of the easier trades today. But, dude, crude. Crude, man. You know what? If not for nothing, crude oil's sort of hyping me up. So we'll be taking some more crude trades in the future. Yesterday was rad with crude. Day previous was, I don't think I traded the day before, but yesterday was pretty crazy with crude. It took two shorts, it took two longs on gold that were losses. Those netted about 160, and I took one short on crude. See if I saved it. Might have saved it. Oh, come on, be there. Did I delete it? No, I didn't delete it. Nice. Because NASDAQ's still pushing in our direction, which is dope. We might just trend higher all day. Great bottom and tick entry almost. All right, here's crude oil yesterday, right? So we had our sell-off. My first entry was up here, short in supply, right? Stop loss at the high. This was like a 7-to-1 risk to reward. Then we got our fair value gap on the 1 minute right here, right? I'm gonna move this over so you can see it. We got the 1 minute fair value gap on the supply level. So what do we get? We get our entry on the 1 minute fair value gap. Once we get the close, once we get our close, see, we hit the 1 minute fair value gap right there. We wicked it. We got our close below it, so we would look to enter on the next candle open, right? With the stop sort of near the top of the fair value gap. That one was also another, that was a 10-to-1, 8-to-1, that was pretty clean. But that was the same type of setup that we got the day prior, or 2 days ago. No, that's the same setup that NASDAQ gave us on Fridays, right? So the charts are always going to have some type of pattern, quote-unquote, recognition, or some type of algorithm. That is all true, but it doesn't mean it's as easy as buying some type of trading service or algo service or whatever. I can't believe we're still pushing higher. We're up about 43 points since entry on NASDAQ right there. Still waiting for that pullback. Real quick too, guys, you want to see this buy side liquidity, quote unquote, on the 5 minute does not look good at all. On the 1 minute, it looked much better, right? But if we break it down to the 5 minute, barely did nothing. So that wouldn't even be an okay-ish area. We could look for areas that we were like a breaker block type situation or a basing type of candle, like this candle right here. So again, I'm waiting. I want to pull back. I want to see. I wanted that second entry way down here. I really don't think we're going to get that, seeing how strong we've been. With that being said, do we have any other setups? Let's just mark out a few fair value gaps here, see if we got anything. Just that one. Okay. I don't think that's going to be the one we bounce off of, though. It could be. You know what? It very well could be, seeing that 15 minute is so strong. So we're going to be a little patient, see how we want to react to that zone. Nah, yeah, blew right through it. Nope, garbage. Gonna wait. Could hold it, but we'll wait. We'll wait. 5 has just been so strong. 15 has been so strong. Alright. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Where was that 1 minute? The reason I would consider, we'll see how we close on this candle. The reason I'd consider grabbing an extra position right here, if we hold, is I'll put a tight stop loss on the extra contracts. But again, that 5 minute, that 15 minute's been very strong. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Go stop everybody out, and then let's reverse. How much time is on the 15? If we got, yeah, I mean, we got time to do that, man. We have time for that. Entry's gonna be somewhere over here for some more contracts. Crude oil, more like rude oil. Oh, dude, that's crazy. We would have had 2 bangers off of crude today, too. That's nuts, man. That's wild. Hitting some oversold. What do we got on the 15? 6 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see price giving us something crazy, right? I could see it go like... But we're going to be patient because it could also just rip right here. See, the thing is, we're looking for an area to add to our trade because we're already in a winning trade. But the market has been very strong. It's been very bullish. What we could wait for is to see how this 15-minute closes and add after that. And if it closes nice and strong, we could look for an entry. We got to be careful too, because now look at the 15. We want continuation on the 15 for this demand zone to be a demand zone. With that being said, I'd want buyers to step in here. But let's see. Looking to add down here, somewhere down here. This trade could go all the way up, all the way down on me. That's cool. How are our equities doing? Always good to be aware of the equity field. My let's see, Meta is trying to push higher. Look how strong Tesla had a nice rally over the past like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That would have been a nice move for any options traders because it's a 0 day. Today's Friday. That would give you a nice percent return. No, NASDAQ, it's okay. You don't have to go higher. You could go back lower first. I insist. Stop people out. Please. We're just gonna wait right now. Nice buying pressure again. I'm gonna wait, see how this 1 minute closes. 15 closes soon. Remember, I was saying we wanted this 15 to close with strength, so we do, as much as we want that pullback, we do want buyers to just step right up and have that strength. Time is it? 10:40. Come on, pick it up. I would consider adding here. I'm not going to though. It's not ideal. Guess the 15's strong enough. But maybe we'll see if we could get in this little wick zone one more time, right? See if we can pull back one more time to over here. Like if we could hold right there, I'll look to add. Crude oil, this might be a spot to add, to go short on crude. Dude, I still can't believe that, man. Why you gotta be so crude? Don't you know I'll short you too? I'm gonna short crude anyways. Shorting oil. Oh, people stopped watching. Crude oil right here, ladies and gents. Looking good for some shorts. If selling pressure picks up, crude oil will probably continue. We'll keep an eye on that. Okay, we're getting close to the 15-minute close. We're getting close to the 5-minute close. I want to see a quick push into here. Once we start pushing back up, I will add. Alright, let's see. 8 seconds. Crude oil pulling back. Glad we didn't jump in that. See, that's why I'd only enter where our plan is. Our entry would be up here. Our entry would be up here, not down here. Waiting on the 5-minute. Waiting on the 15-minute. Hey, so obviously I'll keep creating video content, like videos and tutorial type stuff, but shorts wise, like reels wise and stuff, what kind of content are you guys interested in? Do you guys want, like, you don't care, just keep it Bookmap, you want trading view too, you want futures, you want stock analysis, what interests you guys?
I want it all.
That's what I like to hear. I want a brand new whip. Skirt, skirt. I want a brand new house. I won't finish the song because YouTube will blur it out. We got some buying pressure on crude right there. Again, another emphasis on why we don't chase. We missed our entry twice. So be it. It happens. We do not chase. Same with NASDAQ with some strength right there. Missed our entries. Our add-ons on NASDAQ could probably add there. We'll see if we get some large orders on NASDAQ. I do like the buying pressure. Yeah, look, see volume's picking up. I don't want to add up here. Buying the highs. But look at the 15. 15's telling me go for it. But I'd really much rather us pull back first. 30-minute 2 is pretty bullish. We'll wait. We'll wait. We already had such a great entry. We're at long NASDAQ, 18,633 over here. We could wait. 3450 is my exact entry. I mean, if I get some strength in the equities, like if I could see Apple's pushing right now, if I could see Nvidia, Microsoft, and Meta push, then I'll probably add to these longs. That's how I'll run this.
Hey Kevin, what are those green dials on top of your screen there?
Those are the Market Pulse. On Bookmap, it offers this awesome tool called Market Pulse. And what it does, oh, where was that? What it does is it measures the volume pressure buying and selling. And it also adds, you see this line down here? It's almost like an RSI where when it turns green, it's overbought. When it turns red, it's oversold. And you can look for divergence and stuff on it too. Yeah, it's
Is that on the free version or?
I don't think so.
Oh, you're paying for this one.
Yeah, this is the Global Pro, but I do think it's on the regular Global. I think RWA, is he here right now?
No, so you're not doing this with
Yeah, I'm
TOS.
here.
What's up, bro? No TOS. This is Bookmap platform.
Oh, okay, got it.
Are you RWA? Are you on Global or Global Plus?
I'm on global, so there's a couple things you don't get, but it's still pretty good.
Okay, that's cool. If there's the stuff that I covered, like the Market Pulse and stuff, do you get those? Do you get that?
I get Market Pulse, but I only get a couple options with Market Pulse because I don't have the other indicators.
Got ya. Okay.
I got Global Plus. I'll let you know I'm gonna be installing it this weekend.
Yeah, you guys better have used that Bullish Bears code.
Of course.
I'll go check my
yes, I
affiliate
did.
right now.
No, I did.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Gotta support. Always good stuff. And I'm always trying to. I asked them if there was any better sales because the sale they gave us. Oh, buying pressure. Sale they gave us was like what was it?
There's a 1 month discount.
Yeah, it's like a 20% off your first monthly subscription or whatever. And that's okay. The first 20% off first month. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? But
Yeah, I mean, it got me to like be more interested in trying it out for that month at least.
Exactly. It gives you the opportunity to sort of save a few bucks for that month. Because I think it's, if you do the monthly subscription, it's $50 a month for global. If you do the monthly with the Bullish Bears, it's $40 for that first month. Yeah, this market's just chopping around right now. Look at the selling. Look at the sellers up here, 75 and 80 right there. A lot of sellers sitting in the market. And yo, today, guys, Lucian, today Sig is going to be streaming how to read like order flow and stuff, which is great because that's basically, he's going to be teaching the level 2, the time and sales, all types of stuff like that. And that's exactly what Bookmap makes easier for us, is showing that level 2, that time and sales and all that stuff. Definitely want to add here, but it's like, again, to add at the highs. Equities are still sort of struggling. But we got that strength. Market's clearly bullish. Shorting is not an option right now. Where's crude? Crude's just still being rude. Used to be that dude. It's alright though. We're still chilling in these NASDAQ longs. Caught these down here.
Bars.
Love it, dude. Love it. 12 seconds in the 5 minute. Let's check the 15's. Got about 10 minutes in the 15. I'm still for bulls to continue here. 2 seconds on that. Yeah, I mean, Apple with a bit of strength. Microsoft's pretty weak but above VWAP. Nvidia chilling. Tesla pumping. Tesla at 178. My Meta's struggling to go higher. Again, I'm waiting here, guys. I want to pull back. I wanted to get in some more contracts down here and ride it up higher, but
NQ Weekly's POC is at 18,690. So we can make it up there. That was where this week's the highest volume was traded. So
nice. Yeah, I'm looking for well, right there would be nice. But I'm looking for 18,700. Like final TP on this trade. That's an 8-1, guys. We're looking at an 8-1 on this NASDAQ trade. Right now it's at about 5-1 if you want to cut there, take profits. But I'm looking for us to pull back, and I want to re-enter more contracts at a discount. You know, someone get ICT in here so I could teach him something. No, I'm just kidding. That's way too cocky. Just kidding. But listen, guys, different strategies require different understandings of the market. When all in all, it's not different understandings. It's different terminology, and it's different visualizing it, right? Supply and demand, ICT, smart money concepts, all of these different things. Even what's the other one? What's it called? The strat. Like all these different strat. Now the strat is a bit more just like bar based, but ICT, SMC, supply and demand, even some support and resistance, all form and revolve around market structure. They all revolve around highs, lows, breaks of these highs and lows, understanding where these highs and lows are, because that's where the liquidity is formed. Using these, like, no matter what you're trying to learn, make sure it's something that fits your strategy, but something that you're also comfortable with, because it's going to be your strategy. It's something you want to repeat in the market day in, day out, day in, day out. So you see this level right here? It's 18,658. 658. Where is it? Right over there, right? That's that pivot right there. That's that stop. Go ahead, sweep that. Do it. Do it. $16,855. And crude oil is again coming up to that fair value gap. That's pretty funny. Need these longs to continue on NASDAQ, but again, I'm cool with it continuing. I'm cool with it pushing back lower, because I'm looking for a pullback for an entry. But look at that buying pressure. Let's look back the past 20 minutes. Every time sellers try to bring us lower, buyers can pop us back higher. Buyers bring us higher in the market, sellers step in and fail, we go higher. Just be aware. 30 minutes. All this buying pressure. A lot of buyers up here. This is a strong level. 18,680. 18,682. These are strong levels. It's above where we are right now. I'm going to wait for this 5 minutes to close, and maybe even add when this 5 closes and put a stop at the low of this 5 minute candle and look for a break right here to go higher. Market's all about patience, patience, patience. 20 seconds left. I don't know. We'll see. Again, that first entry was so clean, I don't want to mess with it. Crude oil, yes. Anything going on over there? Nope. So really want to see if we could take out these wicks over here, right? Hit some stop orders. Let's go, market, today. Today, Junior. No, but that 15 tells me we should continue. So I'm just going to wait. I'm going to be patient. We're in that area. This was an area I was considering adding, but that's a lot of selling pressure. So I'm going to be a little patient on this. Gives one more little dump into that. The selling pressure on the market pulse, though, is telling me there can be continuation. I'm going to be a bit patient because of that. Tell you guys what, I'm going to ever so lightly add to this trade. How much time's on the 15? 3 minutes? Yeah, I'm going to add to this trade down there. Very lightly, like I said, though. Tell you guys when I'm in. You know what? Give me one more drop. Let's see. I want to see how this 1 minute forms. Apple with a bit of strength. Microsoft's with a bit of weakness, though. Same with Nvidia, same with Tesla, same with the Meta. I'm gonna delete that order. I'm not gonna add there. See how the 15 closes. We'll see. It's like I don't want to miss the rest of the move, but it's like on the 15-minute time frame, it should continue. Let's see if we want to push lower one more time into this area. Okay, so some selling pressure again. We have how much time on the 5 minute? 3 minutes on the 5 minute. 2 minutes on the 5 minute, I should say. I'm just waiting. I want to see how we react in this zone again. Okay. Quite honestly, I want us to like just melt right through for a little while. Pull back to a stronger, better zone. Give me a better entry. But guess what the market doesn't respond to? Give me. I'm gonna add there. Moving my original stop up to break even. Moving this stop pretty low, because now we are messing with our original entry. But again, I was also looking to add down here. if we get some buying pressure again, I was looking at the 15-minute time frame, sort of what wanted me to continue trend. It feels like a pullback, but it doesn't feel like a reversal. So again, I'm cool with the pullback. I want us to go pull back. Want us to grab that liquidity. Sort of thinking of closing out and re-entering, but I'm not going to do that. So you have to remember, we're still in this from down here. What time is it? 11. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be wrapping this up in just a moment, as much as I would like to see what the market has in store for us. Let's see. I'm just adjusting my entries and criteria and stopping all that fun stuff. These sell orders coming in. A few buys towards the bottom. Let's see. Crude oil with some buying pressure. So my final stops on this trade, guys, I'm going to look for right at demand. I'm going to move them up a little bit to like right over here. About 631. 631.
I'm out of here, Kev. Have a good weekend.
All right, have a good weekend, bro. Be good,
Thanks.
everybody.
Take care.
Take care. So remember, I was looking for the sell side liquidity. I want this 5-minute fair value gap. I want these taken out so we could enter the 1 minute. Yes, coming through a 5-minute fair value gap right in here. Nice selling. All right, we're sweeping those. Let's see. Okay, we hit that sell side liquidity. We bounced right off that 5-minute fair value gap. We're back right to it right now. Market's chopping. Y'all don't see it over here. It's not loading fast enough.
Might be buyers right here on NQ because we just broke right below VWAP.
Yep.
And we closed, as you said, that 5-minute FEG there.
Yep. That would look at that tick right there.
Yep. It hit right on the nose, man. Wow.
But we gotta wait because it could still blow right through. It hit that price before it could hit that price again. That's the way I see it. Because I wanted that 1 minute fair value gap, to be honest. Because that's, yep, boom, nice.
Yeah, my bot got me in short on ES at 53.20, 250.
You're short?
The bot got, and the bot is based on order flow, so
Nice.
I just moved my stop to profit there, watching it now.
I'm gonna look.
But I haven't had any clear signals on NQ, so there has been no bot trade on NQ today except for one that topped me out.
Got you. Yeah, ES is holding that 5 minutes too. Come on, push into the 1 minute. Right there, perfect. But bounce. Don't keep going. Good. I'll add there. I'm adding there.
The
This thing might keep going though. I feel really like we could reverse, but entry was clean on the longs. I'll wait. Ooh. Moving my stops back to demand. Ooh, stopped out at 3. Holding 4. Ooh, nasty. Nasty. Right back to my original entry. How's the 5 minute looking? Ooh, gross. Crude oil back at that, rejecting that fair value gap one more time, which means I have to take crude right here. I'm gonna try to take some crude shorts if it hits my entry right here on crude. Come on, crude, give us that long entry, that short entry. Moving my entry down a tick. I don't think it's gonna fill. It looks like we're gonna reject this on CL again. All right, I'm in crude shorts. Stop loss is the high of this 1 minute right there. NASDAQ trying to recover. We like to see it. We'd like to see crude continue too. So we're keeping a close eye on those two. Guys, I'll be back in a second. Alright, crude oil struggling to reject this fair value gap again. I think it came up to it because it wants to break through it. Stops are at the entry of the fair value gap. Still in these longs on NASDAQ too. I'm gonna move up my crude short stop to like right up here. Nice NASDAQ bounce. Again, still in these longs on NASDAQ. Good buying pressure on NASDAQ. Look at the Bookmap. Nice, right there, nice. Crude's about to stop out. NASDAQ's nice pop right there. Alright, all out of crude. That was a quick stop out. NASDAQ's about to get us back in. Oh, crude with a quick stop out before it rejected back lower. Oh. Okay then. That's really funny actually. NASDAQ pushing us back in the money, so we're cool. We're chilling. Bring us the money. Yeah, both stepping into equities right now too. Alright, NASDAQ, time to run it back up. I want to see this thing fly on NASDAQ right here. Crude oil, I can't believe it stopped me before it rejected back lower like crazy. Today was definitely a psych out kind of day. That 5-minute closed, be careful on that. I don't know, I feel like we grabbed a lot of liquidity down here. It's hard for me to want to go short or stop at my long positions. But I'm also not one to hold when I'm wrong. Yeah, look at the sellers. Ooh. Listen, would love for that to be the pullback before we push back higher. I mean, we had that really clean first entry. It came back, hit our entry again. But now at this point, market's really looking like it's weak. Microsoft with some strength, Meta, Apple weak, Amazon strength. Give me a half a sec. Well, we don't move the market ourselves, but we could definitely be patient. Give me another half a second, guys. Alright, it was nice of buyers to come back. We'll see if they want to hold, though. Again, I'll be moving my stop losses up a little bit. Nice move on the NASDAQ, see if buyers want to hold. Again, we're coming off of a demand zone. Nice, nice. Just staying patient right here. 30 seconds left. How's the 15 look? Look at that wick on the 15, guys. Beautiful. Ooh, the 45 closes soon too, and it has a nice long wick. Nice. I like those buyers. I like those buyers. Yes, also trying to catch a bid. Just really got to see that continue. Not a fan of how that candle closed. Let's go, buyers. See if we get a little momentum to the upside here. We're struggling though. See these strong orders up here? We have a strong order way down here at 18,625. I hope I'm wrong, but usually if we have a stronger order to the downside, we'll want to hit that downside order before we come up to that upside. My stops are at the low of the previous 5-minute candle. We might storm right to it. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. We had a nice move today this morning on those longs. That's why we have to trim, right? That's why we trim some of our contracts. We have 1 or 2 targets. So if it does come back to our entry or our stop loss even, we took some off. We were able to cover that loss. But it does get tough because today did not give us that re-entry. Part of me wants to hold the longs, move my stop loss a little bit because of how good the higher time frames are looking, you know? 30-minute, 15-minute. Only thing is the 30-minute looks pretty bearish because of this candle right here. But if we keep that wick up, that 15 pushes higher, would maybe want to close or break or hold or whatever above that area. Same with the 45, looked good too. If we could hold this level, we should be good for a push higher. YouTube, I'm going to wrap this up here. Discord, if you guys got any questions too, definitely let me know. This was a good trading session. Definitely was. It taught us the discipline of having multiple exits, having the ability to wait for a second entry, and just, you know, some Bookmap tools, some resources and stuff like that. Don't forget, Apex Trader funding 90% off until I believe Monday. Use code Bullish Bears to get 90% off your evaluation accounts. Good stuff. Good way to get into futures trading. All
Did
right,
you
take
see